All right, what up, y'all? It's your boy Saint Sonder, and we have the new hero balance adjustments. We're gonna go over all the patch notes, all the nerfs, buffs coming up for the season 2.5 drop on May 30th for Marvel Rivals. And we got it pulled up here. This is directly from the Marvel Rivals website themselves. This just dropped today. So I'm sorry, it dropped yesterday. We're dropping this video today, so a little bit behind, so I hope you enjoy it. But don't forget to like, follow, subscribe if you like these videos. We're gonna start dropping more content and more update and news on Marvel Rivals. So if you have a new topic that you think we should talk about, drop it in the comment section. I'll drop a video on it. But I mean, we'll get right into it, man. We already were looking forward to some nerfs and buffs coming. I haven't read into this yet, so I don't know what I'm about to read. I don't know what to expect. I haven't seen anything else drop on it yet. So hopefully we're covering this, one of the first to do it, and maybe we can kind of get some new information that people just aren't aware of yet. Some other players kind of give them some new insight on what to expect. So adjustments, starting out with the Vanguard. Look here, Captain America. Captain America's been through a lot, honestly, since this game has came out. I mean, he got a buff, got another buff, then he got nerfed, then he got another nerf. And I mean, what? This has got to be like his fourth or fifth adjustment. So Captain America, Cap is taking a slight hit to his survivability and ultimate frequency. So his base health goes from 600 to 575. Honestly, I think that's fair. I thought it was odd that Captain America and the God of Thunder, okay, Thor, had the same exact health. And I mean, granted, Thor can get up to 800 with the Thor Force. I mean, but Captain America's shield was like 400. You know, it took 400 damage. Or something like that, and I think they lowered it after that. So, but I mean, he's getting a delay in his shield recovery from 2 to 4 seconds. That's pretty big, an entire 2 seconds before you can throw up his shield again. So that's going to be very interesting. I mean, he's going to be that extra 2 seconds. I mean, we all know a second can mean a lot in this game. So another 2 seconds where he's just kind of vulnerable, that's going to be huge. And then of course his ultimate, now it's going to go from 2800 to 3100. So this is big. This is going to be big. So we already saw in like season 1.5 mid-season patch hero balance adjustments where they adjusted a lot of the offensive ults, whereas strategists and vanguards reduced, had their ultimate ability reduced, and a lot of the support strategist roles, ultimate, the defensive ults were increased. And that was to answer the 3 support comp that people were complaining about in like season 0, season 1, where it's just almost impossible to kill somebody because you had 3 strategists on a team. The timing of their ults were just ridiculous. So going on to Doctor Strange just received a little buff to his ultimate. I think they reduced the time on his ultimate. So he's getting another slight boost in damage of his standard ability. So that's very interesting. His damage is going to put out a little bit more. Adjust the fall off damage of daggers from his attack starting at 10, reducing to 62.5% at 20, starting at 10 meters and reducing 80% at 20 meters. So, and they're going to remove the range damage fall off of his one of his attacks. That's interesting. They're removing the range damage fall off. So this motherfucker is going to be able to hit you from across however far, I guess. Like, I'm kind of happy to see that they're bringing Strange back as the fucking like meta Vanguard. I thought they did him dirty in season 1.5 and season 2, honestly, but I think a lot of people complain, and so he did get a buff to his ultimate. Now he's just getting an all-out buff. So Strange is gonna make a comeback, man. Emma Frost, we love to see this one because we honestly, it is what it is. You got a new hero, they drop, you really want to incentivize people to play and learn. So, but Emma is just annoying, honestly. She's not more than a problem, she's just annoying. But the queen, she's range is increasing, but her defense and diamond form damage are taking a hit. So you win some, you lose some. They're gonna increase the range of her telepathic pulse from 15 to 18. So that's very interesting. I mean, the chick, I feel like, can already hit you from pretty decent range. Now she's gonna be able to hit you for an extra 3 meters. It's crazy. But they're gonna decrease the shield value of one of her abilities from 500 to 400. So very interesting. Okay, so her shield form, or I'm sorry, her diamond form is not going to give her as much shield. So, and then they're going to increase the cooldown of her Carbon Crush. So it's going to go from 5 seconds to 6 seconds. So another second, not a huge deal. And then they're going to decrease the hit damage of her kick from 50 to 40 and decrease the extra damage dealt when propelling the enemies into the wall from 100 to 90. So I didn't even know that was a thing. If she threw someone in a wall, it did extra damage. That's very interesting. So she's getting just a slight nerf, nothing major. It's probably not even gonna be noticeable. It seems a lot like Cap, what they did to Cap the last patch. I think they nerfed him just a little bit, but you can't really tell. He's still kind of OP. Groot, people have been talking about Groot for a while. One of the most banned characters right now. I mean, he's still Groot, just a little bit less damage. So they're gonna decrease the damage of his Vine Strike from 70 to 65, and then they're gonna increase the wall cooldown from 8 to 12 seconds. That's a pretty big cooldown. An entire 4 seconds for one of his walls. That's pretty big. So Groot is just gonna get, I mean, he's gonna just be a little bit more balanced. He's just such a problem, honestly. He's just such a problem. And unfortunately, I don't even think it's Groot necessarily is the issue. I think it's just the failure of most players to adjust and contest him. Like, a Groot is essentially worthless if you shoot his walls. But the amount of times, I just dropped the video and said this yesterday, the amount of times I see like a Punisher, for example, that just doesn't shoot at walls. I think the reason why I'm so successful with Rocket is because I shoot at destructibles, walls, onks, squids, fucking spider mines. I'm shooting at them because they're there. You can shoot them, and I just don't know why people fail to do it. So Groot is getting a little bit of a nerf. Magneto, we love to see it. They're increasing the charging speed of rings from 4-second stack to a 3-second stack. So very interesting. He's getting he's gonna get a little boost in his damage. So that's I mean, he's been solid. He's always been a solid Vanguard, honestly. He's been very dependable. Him and Strange still since season 0 have been the best Vanguards just because they're so reliable, so dependable, so consistent. Thor, another good Vanguard. So I mean, these are all, I mean, they're all getting I mean, except for Emma and Groot. But Magneto, Strange, Cap, like they're all getting some kind of, I guess Strange and Magneto aren't getting a nerf, but they're all getting some kind of adjustment that's gonna really affect the composition of these games. So, I mean, these little tidbit nuance changes, you don't think that they make a difference, but I mean, every second counts, so they really do. So we're gonna see how these new gameplay comes out with season 2.5. But Thor, his abilities are getting a tweak, but his survivability is taking a little bit of a hit. So adjust the hammer throw ability effect to standard ability. I don't know what that means, but they're going to remove the Thor Force cost and the universal cooldown. Adjust the ability cooldown to 6 seconds. I don't know what it is now. His hammer throw, I think it's just whenever one reloads. So Thor gains 1 Thor Force from each hammer throw enemy hit. So decrease the throw hit damage from 70 to 45 and return damage from 30 to 20. So his hammer throw, I mean, I don't like to see that, to be honest. I've been playing Thor lately. And his hammer throw, I mean, it's honestly just satisfying to throw it and hit somebody. It does good damage, but it's not like an auto log. It's not like a Hela or I don't know, like it's not given off. It's not that consistent to where it needs. I don't think it necessarily needs a nerf. So I don't like to see that, but whatever. What else we got here? Decrease the shield value gain when consuming Thor Force. So I mean, that I can justify, because I mean, a good Thor who knows how to use his Thor Force and swing around, the dude can live forever with just that extra bonus health that he gets from throwing his hammer around and swinging with it. So I can kind of justify this one getting a slight decrease. They're gonna adjust the bonus health gain from the Thor Force consume from 100 to 75 and adjust the maximum bonus health from 200 to 150. So I mean, that extra 50 health, that's gonna be kind of game changing for a Thor player, honestly. So very interested to see how Thor players handle that. How much easier it's gonna be to kill a Thor, because like I said, if a good Thor, if they're timing out his Thor Force right, I mean, he can essentially live forever, kinda, you know, if depending on who you're going against and how long it takes the team to get back. So Hawkeye, another one, man, who's seen some kind of balance adjustment almost every season, but the dude's getting another boost. Like, this dude does not need any more buffs. Like, why is Hawkeye getting so many buffs? Like, who pissed off Hawkeye? But I mean, his base damage alone is getting an extra 2 hit damage from 32 to 34, increasing the projectile damage of a blast arrow from 15 to 16, so an extra hit damage, and increasing the spell field damage from 32 to 34. And then they're going to increase the maximum focus from 70 to 75. Increase the charging speed when aiming at enemies from 100 to 108. Like, the dude, what? Hawkeye's supposed to be the new meta now? Like, what the heck? This is crazy. Crazy. And then poor Black Widow. I don't see anything with Black Widow in here. Because honestly, I just realized like Black Widow, she technically doesn't have the ability to one-shot anybody. Like I think even if you hit like a 250 character in the head, I don't know if you kill them with Black Widow. So if you can't one-shot somebody, you're kind of a worthless character. Like granted, she can get picks, but you can't one-shot somebody. A Hawkeye, fully charged draw, he can one-shot somebody, like a 250 health character. So, and now with all these buffs, the dude's becoming the new meta. Hela, she's getting a slight increase in her sustained damage. Why does Hela need more buffs? Like the bitch can shoot you from across the fucking map with no damage fall off. And look, increasing the charge capacity from 8 to 10. I'm not familiar with Hela at all, so to all you Hela players, whatever that means, you're getting a buff. That's all I know. Something's increasing. So increase damage, that's all you need to know about Hela. Kind of annoying. Hela doesn't need any buffs, but we might see more. You know what it is? You don't see a lot of Hela players out there. I mean, for as good as she is, I think she's just boring is what it is. I maybe played like 2 minutes with Hela. She's just so boring, honestly, that I think that's why people don't play her. So if they're gonna give her a damage increase and just incentivize people to play her because she's just kind of busted, sure. Human Torch. So with less damage and survivability, so I mean, he did get a little buff this last season. Human Torch, I've seen him being banned even more and more in competitive as he gets to the higher ranks, just because I think a good Human Torch who knows how to dive on people or bomb on people at the right time, very annoying. So kind of interesting to see he's getting a little nerf, but reduce the damage of the fire cluster from 7 to 6, so not huge. Increase the charge speed of his blazing blast from 2 to 3, and then decrease the shield value gain from the flaming meteor, so that's his dive, from 75 to 50, and increase the cooldown from 50 to 20. So just a slight nerf. I mean, that extra 5 seconds to one of his cooldown abilities, that's going to be kind of huge. So, but I mean, I think he's going to get pretty well balanced. Human Torch is going to be pretty well balanced. So, I mean, we already saw Invisible Woman get a little bit of adjustment. The Thing, I think he's very well balanced as he is. He's not too overpowered. He's not too hard to kill. Like I think the Thing is perfect. Now, we just need, I don't know if they'll ever change Mr. Fantastic because he got clowned on so much when he was released. Rated like F tier, had the lowest pick rate. Like people just clowned on him. Then he comes out, now he's the new meta. So I don't see anything in here about Mr. Fantastic, so he might just stay meta, to be honest with you. So all of the Fantastic Four except for Mr. Fantastic himself has gotten some kind of adjustment so far this next upcoming season. Iron Fist, we already knew this was coming. We knew this was coming. And honestly, in season 2, Iron Fist carried me to Grandmaster. The dude is just a problem. And you got a 50-50 chance that you're either gonna just cook and carry, or you're gonna be contested and have to figure in, like, kind of adjust. But other than that, Iron Fist is solid no matter what. He can heal himself. So he's taking a hit to his survivability. They're gonna lower the Dragon Defense block bonus health rate from 1.5 to, or I'm sorry, from 15 to 13. And they're gonna decrease the maximum bonus health converted damage from 200 to 175. So he's gonna go back to, what was that? He's 275, no, he's 300. So he's gonna go up, what did he go up to? 400? So that means he'll be back down to 375 when he does his healing. And then they're gonna decrease the dash distance of his kick in the Z axis. So I'm not too technical when it comes to gaming and like the axes, but from what I understand from that, like playing Iron Fist, it sounds like his dash is just, he's not gonna have as much range. His dash was used a lot, or his kick, I'm sorry, was used a lot for like mobility. So that's tough. You know, people are using that kick to like get out of situations. With that being at a slight disadvantage, we'll see. And then less health, we'll see. And they're gonna reduce the cooldown of his Jeet Kune Do. So what is that? Hits from 1.5 to 1. So, I mean, they're putting Iron Fist back to like his base, balance adjustment when he like first came out. So, not too concerned about it as an Iron Fist main. Like the dude is still putting out crazy damage. It sounds like it's mainly to like they said, it's just mainly survivability. So, and then that one kick where a lot of people like to use that kick to get out of situations. So very interesting. And then Iron Man, of course, Iron Man seeing reduction to his repulsor blast, burst survivability, Decrease his projectile damage from 50 to 45. Sorry about that. We just lost the patch notes here. And then we're gonna reduce the Omer overdrive. Honestly, I'm happy to see this. The extra armor he used to get, the bonus health he used to get when doing his overdrive, that shit was really annoying. It was really annoying. So a whole 50, that's big, that's huge. So I'm happy to see that, to be honest with you. Namor, the Submariner defense will be sinking just a bit. So they're gonna increase the cooldown of the Deep Sea from 15 to 20. And then expand his ultimate. Oh, what? What is this? He's getting stronger, ultimate is bigger. Dude, why is he getting a buff? So from 3 to 3.5 in the outer circle radius from 8 to 9. Damn, man. I honestly, I hate Namor already. He's just so annoying and his ult pisses me off. Anytime I die to a Namor ult, just pisses me off because you can't do anything. Like, you can't win. I'm sorry, you can't move. I guess you can move like out of it if you're on the edge, but God forbid you're in the center of that bitch, you're not going anywhere. You can't use any of your abilities. Like, his ultimate is so annoying. So the fact that he's getting a buff to his ult, that honestly kind of makes me salty. But hey, man, that's the name of the game. You got to play around it. So we're gonna see right here, and then one of his spawn, the fall off. Oh, he's getting damage fall off starting at 20 meters. Thank God, because I dropped a little clip where one of his freaking it honestly was the Hulk team up, which I don't see anything about his team up getting lost. So that thing was hitting me from like 40 meters at 37 meters. I pinged it. It is just draining me. No damage fall off. So I mean, at least one of these is getting damage fall off, reducing 30% at 40 meters, starting at 20 meters, reducing to 50% at 40 meters. So I mean, I can't complain. At least he's getting some fall off damage. But I mean, just his ultimate. Look at that. Increase the outer circle radius, hit damage from 200 to 180. So interesting. They're going to be balancing out Namor's ultimate. It's taking like slight damage. It's taking like a slight damage decrease, but the dude's getting like extra range on his thing. So I mean, I don't know what to think about that. I hate Namor. I to all you Namor mains, good for you. Psylocke. So she's gonna take a slight dip in her burst damage and ability and survivability. I'm not mad about that. A good Psylocke is just annoying. Can't stand him. Cannot stand him. So they're gonna decrease the retrieval damage of the shurikens from 14 to 12, and then they're gonna decrease the invisibility duration from 3 to 2. So not huge, but just a slight little balance adjustment. So not mad about it, honestly. Squirrel Girl. Yo, I ain't mad about Squirrel Girl. I'll play Squirrel Girl here and there. And I mean, if she gonna cook, she gonna get the buff, let's get it. So she's getting some better acorns, shorter cooldowns, and improved ability that release. This is nuts. No pun intended. No, it was intended. Increase the capacity of the burst acorn from 10 to 12. Decrease the cooldown of the mammal bond from 12 to 10. And then optimize the user experience of the squirrel blockade, tail bounce, and her ultimate. So very interesting. She's getting just all around buff. She's gonna be, I don't know. Sounds like they're trying to make her just a little bit more like
Right heroes could make all the difference. They'll be coming in 30
like
seconds.
I get honestly how I put this, it looks like they're trying to make her to where it looks like you have to have a little bit more skill to use her, maybe. I don't know. I mean, she's already a skillless character, so the fact that she's getting all these boosts, I don't know what these mean. So it's gonna be interesting to see. I might drop a video on it because, like I said, I'll play Squirrel Girl here and there. So I mean, I ain't mad about it. Star-Lord, so he's having his ultimate frequency reduced. Thank you. But his ultimate power increased. No, thank you. So they're gonna increase the energy cost from 31 to 3,400. So this is interesting. Like I was saying about up in the Vanguard, how they're increasing these attack ults. Very interesting. They're like I had mentioned before, they decreased the defensive strategist ults to kind of counter the 3 support meta comp that was going on back in the day. And then they had increased the, they decreased the attack offense and then increased the defensive ults. So now we're seeing a little slight increase to a couple of these heroes now with their ults. So, I mean, season 2.5 sounds like it's gonna be pretty balanced, honestly. It sounds like it's gonna be, the competitive matches might be a little bit better. People might be able to adjust better. People might be able to contest better, counter better. So I'm excited for season 2.5, to be honest with you. And then they're gonna adjust the damage fall off to 60% at 40 meter, reducing 75%. So, I mean, whatever. Star-Lord's okay. I can't be mad at him. Star-Lord's not overpowered. His ultimate is just so, his ultimate can just team wipe and change the pace of the game, kind of like Moon Knight, you know. So, kind of like Punisher. Like those guys can just eliminate, just laser people. So, Storm again. Storm is just being slept on, man. She's improving her ultimate, like increase the damage from 150 to 160. Like Storm is getting slept on. I don't know. I might have to start learning some flying characters here pretty soon. Between Iron Man getting the team up ability with Ultron and then Storm just completely being slept on. She went from like the most banned character to just literally nobody. And the thing is, Storm's not a nobody. Storm is kind of OP still. She hasn't had any adjustments. She got a buff, and then that was it. And now she just disappeared. She's just getting slept on. But the Punisher, of all people, which I thought was interesting. I thought Punisher was pretty well balanced in general. I mean, the dude puts out decent damage. He's able to laser, and you know, I don't know. He did lose his team up with Rocket, but he's getting a boost to his mid to long range damage. So slight mobility buff during his ultimate. I mean, I can't be mad about that. He's slower than Turtle shit when he threw his ult. So it's kind of nice to see that. Like, he can turn a corner quick enough to go shoot another person. So they're going to reduce the movement slow rate of his ultimate from 20 to 10% when not firing, and from 40 to 30% when firing. And then increase the magazine size from 30 to 40, single hit damage from 18 to 19, and slightly reduce the spread when firing. Wow. Interesting. To all you Punisher mains, you're going to enjoy that for sure. Getting into the strategist roles, we got Jeff the Land Shark. We already know Jeff. He's getting that Venom team up. He's getting that Storm team up. Yo, they're really doing Jeff some favors. I don't know why, but to all you Jeff mains, honestly, screw you. Jeff's really annoying. But look, they're gonna add a new effect to his Joyful Splash. Now, also deals damage to enemies at 70 seconds and can heal allies through other allies and enemies. What? Damage fall-off starts at 20 meters, so a maximum of 65% at 40 meters, reducing healing per second from 150 to 130. Wow. Change Aqua Burst to a charge ability. So max 3 charges, 3 seconds per charge, new effect. Direct hits now launch enemies up. Increase spell field damage 40 to 45. I don't play Jeff, so I do not know what any of this means. So to any of you Jeff mains out there, hey man, if you know what this means, good for you. If you want to kind of explain it to other people in simplest terms, go ahead and try to in the comment section, if I even get comments. But Jeff's ultimate overflow healing on swallowed allies now grant 45 health per second as bonus health up to 150. And then increase the damage reduction received with taking a critical hit from 50% to 70. And increase the energy cost of Jeff's ultimate from 4,000 to 4,500. So even though he's getting these ultimate ability team ups and adjustments, they are increasing his ult. So I've always said Jeff's a DPS who can heal. So I mean, the fact that he's getting an increase in his ult kind of proves my point. Luna Snow, she did just get a little buff, I'm pretty sure, in the mid-season of season 2. And this was during the whole quote-unquote support strike and strategists complaining about the dive comp and dive meta is too hard. So they did something, but they're giving a boost to her combat prowess while slightly reducing the frequency of her ultimate. So look at this. We're seeing a increase in another strategist role. So it looks like, hey, I mean, based on this, to be honest with you, the 3 heals comp, the 3 heals meta might come back. Might come back, because if people are if attack alts are getting a decrease, you know, across the board, and defensive alts are getting an increase, the advantage is to, I mean, it's to the, like a strategist in Vanguard. I'm sorry, duelist in Vanguard. So I don't know. You might see more people trying to do heals, trying to compensate. We'll see. Rocket Raccoon, me being a Rocket main. Honestly, I hated to see him getting a nerf to his mobility. That was very painful. Changed up a lot of the, not a huge change in the playstyle. It's just you got to be very, very aware of your positioning, very aware of like being next to walls and whatnot, and just being very conservative with your dashes. So like I said, like I really try to utilize Rocket's jetpack that he gets with his recon beacons, because I mean, any kind of advantage that you can get with his mobility, you got to take advantage of it. So now we're going to see his survivability is taking another hit. Why? Why are we doing this to Rocket? I think they're trying to get rid of, you know what it is? Rocket has like one of the highest win rates, if not the highest win rate. And I think one of the highest pick rates. So I think they're trying to just discourage people from playing Rocket. And of course, with Ultron coming out, they're obviously going to try and incentivize and encourage players to play as Ultron. So, I mean, to all you Rocket mains, it is what it is. Get better. But blasting off from his ammo reload, we already know he lost his team up anchor with Punisher, but he's gaining a new one with Penny. So it looks like reduce the repair mode direct hit healing amount from 55 to 50. So not much, but I'm just very concerned to see what they're saying about his survivability, like what that means. But we already know about the team ups. We kind of went over this in yesterday's earlier video. But we got the Luna Hawkeye, you got the Jeff NATO with Storm and Jeff the Landshark, and don't forget to, you know, that Storm and Human Torch still have a team up out there. We got Punisher and Black Widow. What is this? As team up anchor, the Punisher gains a maximum health increase. Oh yeah, we did go over this with Punisher and Black Widow, I think. Black Widow, she unlocks a new pulse ability, so she can like shoot through people. I don't know, this shit's crazy. Black Widow. Yeah, you deserve it. Honestly, you're kind of shitted on, and it's for good reason. But we already just went over Rocket and Penny. His recon beacon's getting a little change, so that's very interesting to see. And then what else we got here? Iron Man and Ultron, we already knew that. Venom, Jeff the Landshark. So, and then we already went over this. Hawkeye, Black Widow, Punisher, Rocket. These are all the team ups that got lost. But you don't see anything about Namor and Hulk. Just, oh wait, here we go. Iron Man loses the Gamma ability previous game from his team up. So I just don't know what that means. Like I haven't seen how clear that is. If like if Namor's losing his as well, I don't know. Spider-Man and Venom are losing their team up, which, you know, whatever. That's the one thing about this game. The devs are cooking, man. They're listening to the community. They're changing things up. They're making them engaging. So the Spider-Man Venom combo team up, I'm not gonna say it's played out. I'm not gonna say it's old. I think I can see why they're doing that, just because Spider-Man being the most banned hero. And if you see someone who can play Spider-Man, you're incentivized to play Venom to give him the team up, because that team up Spider-Man can just one-shot somebody. So they're losing that one. Balance changes. So they're gonna decrease the Atlas Bond team up anchor between Iron Fist and Luna. So Iron Fist and Luna still keeping theirs. Fantastic Four, they're gonna reduce the usage coverage of this team and increase the cooldown. Storm siblings, Wedded Harmony, and so they're taking a little bit of a hit to the Fantastic Four. Namor, here we go. Minor reduction to the usage coverage and increase the cooldown. So here, this just answered it for me. Hulk and Namor are still gonna have a team up. It's just gonna be a little bit nerfed. Thank you. It's the best I can ask for. Longer cooldown, which I had mentioned this before. I did believe he needed a longer cooldown on that Gamma Squid. That thing was ridiculous. It was just up all the time, it feels like. And then Emma, Salak, and Magneto, they're gonna reduce the damage capability. So mid-season coming, I mean, we've already had about a month of Emma. People have already figured out how to play her, and it looks like she's just gonna take a little bit nerf to kind of compensate for that. But I mean, that's it right there, man. Got the season 2.5 coming out May 30th. We just went over the hero balance adjustments and patch notes. So if you like this, don't forget to like, follow, subscribe. If you like these videos, man, if you think there's something we should talk about when it comes to Marvel Rivals, drop it in the comments. I'll drop a video on it and kind of give my thoughts on it. You know, we kind of go over just what the community's saying, what the internet's saying, what Reddit's saying about Marvel Rivals. We like to talk about it. We like to rant. And if you do like this, man, come follow. Find me everywhere at Saint Sonder. Come join the Discord if you want to find other people to play with. Come check me out on Twitch. We're streaming regularly. But I mean, until then, stay tuned.